why we wanted to have Milana on today is because she's released a really great 13-minute video on YouTube and a bit of a campaign, a social campaign around the refugees in Syria. And I just thought this was so cool. You can go to can'tdonothing.org, hashtag can'tdonothing also on Twitter. I've seen like 53,000 people have tweeted the hashtag and the pictures and support. Awesome. Tell us about why you decided to do this project and about the video, which is a mini documentary.
Yeah. I went to Greece to vacation with my family, and well, there's two things. One is I was just there on vacation, hanging out, and I started to learn about the refugee crisis, which we don't really hear about that much in the States. But if you go other places in the world, they talk about everywhere else in the world. And that's when I really started to learn about what's happening, not only in Greece, but in all throughout Europe and in Syria, like that there is even a war in Syria and what these people are fleeing from and why.
I want to talk about the fact, though, that this resonated for you because you yourself are a refugee. And I love the clip at the beginning. It was like baby Milana. I can't believe that was actually documented.
I know.
In what ways did it feel more immediate being there?
I had been like doing a little bit of an island hop around the Greek islands, which is like such a luxury. And then on the last stop, it was Athens. And that's when I started to see refugees in person, and they were camped out on the streets. That became my can't do nothing moment. The most integrous thing, the most like genuine thing I could really do was go out there and find a way to help. Part of the great thing about being an influencer is that you can have a message and then spread it to a lot of people. Part of the campaign is this documentary, which I will totally get into.
Yeah.
But another part of it is like getting people to talk about the good that they do.
Are you still in touch with some of the people that you met?
The refugees?
Or...
Yeah, I'm still in touch with Eamon. Eamon is someone that I met in Greece who went to Lesbos with me. And I'm still in touch with him, but I'm not still in touch with any of the refugees. I'm in touch with some of the volunteer organizations, and those are the people that are listed on can'tdonothing.org. So what the website is, it's for people who, like, you watch this documentary or you hear about the plight of these people who have full lives, who have kids and jobs and education, and were living in a place that not so long ago was considered peaceful, that have completely uprooted everything because it's so unsafe there.
What do you feel like you want to share in terms of what's going on the ground there?
Yeah, I think it's really common for people to have a really strong out of sight, out of mind element. We don't really see it that much in the news. It doesn't come up so often in our feeds, so we don't think about it. And I think that's the first issue, is like, let's educate ourselves on what's happening in the world, and then we can decide how we feel about it. I think we can really easily say, like, oh, these people are coming over here and they're gonna take, and we have all of these beliefs that we're not gonna have enough if we let them in here, or we're gonna be unsafe. But I truly think that it's a lot of bullshit, and if we could reach out with more compassion and understand what these people are going through and that they are really in the most desperate situation, that would probably be the biggest misconception.
And the next generation also seeing people with open arms, welcoming people and giving them safety and a safe haven. And actually, we connected on this because I shared this horrible video of children in Syria, like totally emaciated. And I even just couldn't believe watching this. They're not getting fed. There's no food. They're being abandoned in these areas, basically.
Well, the children aren't abandoned. There are no resources in Syria. There's no one there to run the stores. There's no farming. There's no import-export. Yeah. It's not a surviving country anymore. But the plight that they're going through, that they have to, first of all, put their children on tiny rafts to cross the sea, where there are people dying every day making that trip, and we only hear about a few of them. That is really that's the most dangerous part. And then what they have to go through after they get to Lesbos and after they get to Athens.
Just the beginning of the journey, like you say.
And then most of them don't know where they're going to go from there. They said, I might go to Germany, or I might go
they have
to
nothing.
But they don't know,
And then they don't even know what countries will accept them. That was a highlight of the What's Trending podcast. Thanks so much to Milana for being our special guest this week. Check out can'tdonothing.org right now. Like and subscribe for more of What's Trending. Listen to the full podcast at soundcloud.com/what's trending and the What's Trending podcast on iTunes.
Mwah!